Oh, hello there. I was just taking a little dive in Fishing Frenzy. Why would I do that, you ask? Well, because it's the most rewarding thing to do in the game right now. You want to learn how to do it? Okay, then grab your diving suit and some sushi, and let's dive right in. GM friends, and welcome to episode 2 of Fishing Frenzy with Fenris. In my last episode, I talked about how to get started in Fishing Frenzy and why it's one of the most popular games on Ronin. Well, today I'm going to walk you through the diving feature and share some tips for a successful dive. Diving is a new permanent feature of Fishing Frenzy that was launched in August this year. It is the game's first real risk-to-earn feature where players can score some incredible rewards, if they know what they're doing. Essentially, the objective of the diving feature is to open tiles on the seabed to reveal corals for rewards. At the same time, players need to avoid whirlpools that cause you to lose a life. Basically, it's Minesweeper with a Fishing Frenzy / Web3 twist. You start each dive with 2 lives and 10 moves. You can add more moves up to a maximum of 15 by consuming sushi or different types of sashimi based on the game mode that you're playing. In diving, there are 2 different types of game modes, the regular dive and the premium dive, each with its own set of rewards. The regular dive requires 2000 gold to initiate. You can consume sashimi slice, which is obtained through cooking or diving, or sushi to increase your moves to a maximum of 15. If you succeed in revealing corals without losing both your lives by landing on a whirlpool, you can win gold, regular fish, sushi, sashimi, and regular non-NFT fishing rods. Meanwhile, the cost of a premium dive is 5 RON, plus a little bit extra to cover the gas fees. To increase the number of moves in a premium dive, you have to consume either fresh sashimi or artisan sashimi, both of which are rare rewards that you can get from cooking or while diving. The rewards for a premium dive are much more eye-catching, ranging from various amounts of RON, shiny NFT fish, sashimi, sushi, and various chests. In both cases, the rewards are randomized and size doesn't really matter. Big corals usually give better rewards, but small corals can sometimes cook too. You should focus on uncovering more corals than finding just the big ones. Now that you've got the basics down, let me share some of my tips for a successful dive, as someone who has initiated probably more than a couple hundred dives over the past 10 days. Look, I swear I'm not addicted. I can stop whenever I want, alright? Anyway, the first thing to consider is whether you want to maximize the number of moves you have. While it might always seem like a good idea, it also depends on how much resources you have. After all, you could start a dive with 15 moves, and then reveal 2 whirlpools back to back, which immediately ends your game and wastes your resources. On the other hand, you could enter a game with incredible rewards, but you run out of moves before you can reveal all the corals. For me, the best way is to do a few dives without extra moves first and try to earn some extra sashimi or sushi. Then, once you have a substantial stack, use them as you see fit. Next, before you start diving, take a look at the bar on top of your screen. Apart from showing you the number of lives and moves you have, it also shows you the number of coral that can be uncovered in that particular dive. This is the most important thing to consider when strategizing. Since each dive comes with a mixture of large and small corals, you'll want to pay close attention to the number of corals left in relation to your other stats. For example, if after uncovering a large coral, you realize you only have like a couple of moves left, your best option is to try and find some of the other smaller coral rather than uncover another large one, as you likely won't have enough moves to fully reveal it. Remember, you only get rewards for corals that you fully unveil. To that end, one practical tip is to try and memorize the shape of certain corals, as it will help you estimate how many moves you need to fully reveal them. Next, when you first start, you want to try and find the big corals first. Since they take up a lot of space, the best way to find them is to check the alternating tiles in the middle instead of sticking to the sides. Once you reveal a large coral, check the adjacent tiles. because sometimes the small corals can group next to a large one like a real-life coral reef colony. Finally, risk management. Like I said, always look at the number of reefs left on the map in relation to your lives and moves. If you're already one life down and you have limited moves, it's better to just collect what you have than risk being wiped out completely. I would say that for direct financial rewards, premium dives are better because they reward you with crypto and NFTs which you can sell. However, don't fade the regular dives either because they can give plenty of gold and fish, which you can use to buy resources and complete levels in your aquarium, thus unlocking more rewards. All in all, diving is the degen aspect of Fishing Frenzy, which promises incredible rewards for those willing to take the risk. Question is, are you ready to risk it? If yes, then join me in Fishing Frenzy today using my referral code and let's go diving together. Well, I think that's it for this video. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got some coral to find. Until next time, this is Fenris signing off.